this one. This is, in terms of starting, this is not a good one to start with. But, you know, we're just, ooh. Oh man, look at you guys just popping in here right quick. Bam, that's like what? 1, 3, that's like 7 people. Fucking 10 people in here already. This is a good time. This is a good time, boys. Alright, let's just start. Why? Why is he Silence of the Lambs? That's not a good thing. This is not a good one to start with, no. Not in the slightest. YouTube notifications got me here early. That's a good thing. I'm glad they're working as intended. What is he wearing, though? That's a jacket from his high school, I think. Let me Google that right quick. Let's see if I can't find if those are the colors of his school. Those are not the colors of his school, surprisingly. Oh no. Let me just see that again in slow motion. There we go, we're gonna put that right there. Can I make it louder? Can I? No, let's just do that.
Would you fuck me? 7, 8, 9, 10?
Would you fuck him, guys? Like on a scale of 1 to fuckable, would you fuck him? You guys like that? Chris's thick booty. I'm sure you guys would. You can't deny it. You can't tell me that you wouldn't. Tony, I watched 3 episodes of JoJo. That's good.
It seems I have gotten a well-wise response to my...
Alright, we're in a very... minus 69.
From Master Dawn,
It's a minus 999.
of which I will now respond to as thus. You made a wise decision, Dawn.
Yes, we have entered the Tom Girl era.
The end of the month.
Though I don't know what you would... Is this technically still classified as the Tom Girl Saga?
I can promise you that.
Has the Tom Girl Saga just encased, like, everything up to this date? No, because there's the Catherine Saga, too.
And you certainly don't have to be my slave.
Have you watched Mob Psycho? I have not watched Mob Psycho.
I mean, aside from the slave laws and
I have not done
everything.
that. My goodness.
Anyway.
How's everybody doing today, first and foremost? Everybody having a good day? I'm sorry I didn't stream yesterday. Power issues, huge problem here during the winter when it, you know, snows, fucks up everything.
Not convinced that I mean business.
Alright,
Just to show you, Jeremy, that I
let's talk about what Chris is doing here.
I'm gonna reveal a little
I think I've talked about it. He believes that he has information. Tony, you're reaching the end. Let's actually take a look at how close I am to the end now that you bring it up, good sir. There are 495 videos in my Christian playlist that I've been able to find. There are, of course, a few pornos that he's made that I cannot show. And there's a few things that are just, you know, stuff that's hard to find. Like the one where he fucks the doll in the McDonald's parking lot. That's 4 parts. That's a 4-part video, and I can only find part 1. So we have that. Ooh, no. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. You had a tenant die on the anniversary of another death. That's, like, really sad. Don't worry, I'll cheer you up with some fantastic Christian booty. But, let's... So, this is what I have. There's, of course, maybe, like, 20... I'd say, like, 20 that I haven't been able to find. And then, on top of that, we also have the Christian calls. Then there's also the videos where Chris reads his webcomic to us, which I haven't been able to find very easily. I haven't checked in a little bit. And then on top of all of that, we also have the 3, count 'em, 1, 2, 3, 3 fucking Christian albums. That would be Christian and the Hedgehog Boys, Christian and the Hedgehog Boys Returns, I guess. And then Robbie and the fucking Tom Girls. So we're gonna listen to all that shit, which is just gonna be nothing but copyrights. Whoa, what happened? Okay, cool. I thought the audio broke for a second. It was just my end. Glad to have you guys all here. It's good. Good to have you guys here. It's nice to see some returning faces. Everybody have a good time, I hope.
Zoom in on a possibly
We're doing the music albums too? Oh yeah, we are, yeah.
Possibly previous photograph.
Why is the audio cutting out on me? It keeps cutting out on my left ear. As far as I recall, a lot of the pictures that Chris believes are actual trolls are just memes, like the stereotypical neckbeard memes. How many arms do you have? At least 4. I'm Goro, actually. You guys didn't know I'm actually Goro. Please don't do the albums. No, it's happening.
Not being stereotypical, of course, and not offending anybody of the sort, because
why did I not full screen this? What am I doing?
Myself, because I like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and all in that sort.
Yeah, Chris makes fun of people if they're like fat.
Apparently, yeah.
Or like,
he is a,
you know, etc. Like Pokemon or nerdy stuff. It's funny.
As it was portrayed in that episode of.
But like, Chris does all this stuff. Tony, are you still doing Fallout? Yeah, I intend to do those during the week. I wasn't able to stream at all this week, which sucks.
And then we're future cops.
If you guys are wondering, Tony, are you still gonna play this game? Are you still streaming it? Yeah. I'm streaming a lot of different things. I'm trying to figure out what is the best to stream and when to do it. I have not seen Doctor Strange, so I'm not entirely sure. This particular section. Yeah, Chris makes fun of people even remotely like himself. Yeah.
Like having his mind changed about God.
Oh boy, let's hear him talk about God.
God is all powerful.
Oh yeah?
I think the Earth was created aside from the Big Bang. Who had to put the Big Bang together? God.
Who is the best brojo? Absolutely not. Okay. No.
That between him and
oh
Jesus,
fuck.
I'm
how the fuck am I blanking on his name? It's Johnny Joestar's friend.
They have, I mean, Jesus
oh god, what's his name? Steelball Run? The fuck is his name? It's him. He's the best. He's the best bud. He's the best Joestar bud. God is all powerful, bud.
I could feel the thorns that were drudge clouds through his hands and his feet. Or crowns.
Yeah, let's back up and hear this one more time. I want you to pay very close attention to what Chris is saying here.
And I believe
Gyro is a fella, yeah.
Zeppeli,
however you pronounce it.
A lot with his miracles before he had to weigh the cross, which I just empathize with him on that. I mean, it's like I could feel the thorns that were drudge clouds through his hands and his feet, or crowns. Empathy. Did
you guys catch that? Chris is saying how he can literally feel how Jesus felt when shit was
stabbed through his goddamn hands and feet and had thorns on his head. And I'm pretty sure if you were to ask him about this, Chris's response would be, I was bullied, so like that's how it feels. It's not. It's not. That's not how that works, bud. Meme berries up in here. What a bunch of Bradberries, am I right? Fucking Ethan Bradberries up in this stream.
When they are run out of town.
You guys are a bunch of Bradberries. Let me tell you, if I see a single Bradberry up in this stream, you're getting banned. Banhammer, I'm coming down. I'm coming down hard. I'm coming down. If I think if I get a whiff of a Bradberry in this stream, you're getting banned. Ethan Bradberry, oh my god. And I send you a Boku no Pico body pillow. You can send me whatever you want, I just don't have a mailbox yet.
And follow my demands of...
Yo, it's Ethan Bradberry. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
And making the public apologies
slamming Bradberry up in here.
I am well aware, as
my goodness.
I note, that apparently the billboard is no longer an option.
I can't believe that Chris thought that someone actually would spend the amount of money to rent a billboard to then put Chris on that billboard just to say he's gay. Like, come on.
My friends at peace. That is what I demand of you,
come on now.
You're
My
rude.
goodness.
Because if you're not...
This is how he's true and honest, guys. You can tell because he's got the amethyst ring. That means he's true and honest. That's real important. Can we hear that snap one more time, Chris?
Business.
Is he gonna snap again? I thought he snaps like 3 times because he couldn't figure it out.
Privileges.
Wait, no, no, one more time. One more fucking time.
Business. Check your privileges. Check your privileges.
You like that? You like that? That's pretty good, yeah. Check your fucking privilege, son. My goodness.
Hello, I am making this,
yeah, Chris around this era adopts a lot of social justice warrior things.
In the recent video,
I mean, they're kind of a group that fits him real well, you know? They like to exclude a lot of people who aren't following their doctrine. They hate men above most things,
I meant the term loosely,
which
as in
is,
that she was
you know,
a girl, and that she was a friend
exactly
of mine.
up Chris's alley.
But then because of what happened...
Would you ask your roommate to do a live stream with you? I would not know.
Or near the end of the friendship, she dumped me
I've got
as a
Stefan
friend
for
and
live
doesn't
streams.
want
He's
anything
all I
to do with
need.
me ever again.
What year was this made? I'm not sure, actually.
And with that aside, I would like to further resume the my revenge on the trolls, because everybody.
I think we're getting close to right about the time when Chris stops using like the internet and stuff. Is your roomie feeling better? Yeah, he felt better like right quick. He just needed rest when he was sick that one time.
My congregation at the church, they all back me up on this, including my girlfriend, whose name I will not be revealing at this time. Yeah, and also. Just an additional note to Don over
I wouldn't
there.
classify Chris as the original social justice warrior, if only because Chris hated homosexuals so much. That kind of keeps him out of the social justice warrior thing. Being a social justice warrior is a lot about having who has the most oppression points. Whoever's got the best, like, most amount of oppression points wins. You know? And, like, gay people get a lot of oppression points, according to their little scale. But Chris hates gays, so he can never be the original social justice warrior. He is the original brony, I guess. I like to consider him the original brony. The original social justice warrior was Big Red. I don't know if it would be Big Red, but Big Red was probably one of the biggest ones that was, you know.
Dang it, I'm losing my seriousness here.
He's really not saying anything important.
I am very serious on getting justice. What I've been waiting for the past 4 years. Anyway,
yeah, Chris is just like.
I also would like to mention that
you know,
rarely not.
Like, what do I say about this?
Check my voicemails. Pretty much, I check them when they.
Have I read any of the Sonichu fan comics? I read a bunch of them before doing my Let's Read series. And most of them were just like redrawing it, but like keeping the original text.
So I just leave y'all with that.
They're okay, I guess.
This.
True and honest brony, son.
Excuse me.
Another fine day, another good day. I understand.
Okay, so when Chris was first doing the social justice warrior thing, well, first becoming a Tom girl, I should say. His mom really not into it. Really not into this. So she threatened to like cut his hair, like if he didn't do it. So. Oh yeah, let's actually rewind and hear him say that one more time. Yeah, so his mom basically threatened him to cut his hair, and then held him down and like did it. Chris was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it," and then she just was like fucking held him down and cut all of his hair short.
Very serious about revealing troll information.
This real important. Very serious about revealing troll information. This is important later on. This is real important later on. Tony, will you stream Skyrim? Probably not. I don't think so.
This is his trolling.
This is his trolling persona. Can you guys tell me who that is right there? Can you tell me who that is right there?
Persona photograph.
Because he gets rid of that right quick. Can you tell me who that was?
Here's the full photograph.
Let's actually pull that back up. That's Khal Drogo, by the way. That's Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones.
Of course, here's the full photograph.
This is what Chris thinks the trolling guy who's trolling him looks like in real life.
In full persona.
This is the stereotypical neckbeard meme character.
Full alias Thor.
So,
Name, Jeremy Sloan White. Lives and resides in
Khal
Vancouver,
Drogo.
BC, Canada.
Khal Drogo did not deserve to die the way he did.
Employee
He was gonna
over
ride
at
the horse and take over the
GameStop
world, but he didn't.
Page 32. He is a single virgin.
Hmm.
His interests include Dungeons and Dragons, Stargate, World of Warcraft, Star Wars, Star Trek, The Elder Scrolls, Mountain Dew, Magic the Gathering, GURPS, whatever the hell they are.
Literally Mountain Dew
Minecraft,
is listed.
Gaia Online, LARPing,
He died?
and
What do you mean he
bowling.
died?
He was responsible
I don't feel
for
bad about talking about
everything
Game of Thrones. The
from
series is like
Virginia
a couple
to
years
Coven
old, bud.
through the Quickie.
If you're like, my cutoff date for spoilers is a year. Like for me, if you haven't seen something in a year of it being released, then I don't feel bad about talking about it, okay? I'm not gonna give you every single thing if you ask me about it, but if I like start talking about some shit, I'm not gonna feel bad about it if it's been a year. It's been a long time.
And following that, we have 2 more photographs of.
I haven't watched it, you butt. That's not on me. That's not my fault. If it was yesterday, I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, but...
What an ugly son of a bitch.
Oh, man. Doesn't that look familiar? Doesn't that look real familiar?
There's that penguin in the background of this photograph. And then here's a more recent one.
My goodness.
Where he plays atheist against
I never bothered with Game of Thrones. I can tell you something about Game of Thrones. It's not
Mr. Jeremy Slow White.
the best thing ever made. It's real good, but everybody giving it credit for like killing off major characters is not that big a deal. They don't really kill anybody who's like that important, you know. They kill a bunch of people, but none of them are like, you know, ridiculous. Do I like the Silent Hill series? I think they're pretty good.
For next trolling,
You're not my real dad.
I will be reviewing a little bit of info of.
How did Chris get pictures from the future? He's actually a time traveler. You know what he looks like? You know what he looks like? He looks like... Hold on, let me find a picture and see if it's... Maybe it's just my mind not remembering it correctly. I don't know. He looks... He kind of looks like Peggy Hill with frizzy hair. Kinda. I don't know. He looks like a weird version of like Peggy Hill, but like in real life, and like if she was a dude. It's I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Chris looks a little off. And by a little, I mean like there's nothing good here. Boggle, Dallas, Salad.
Now it's time for makeup tips.
It's Peggy. It's not just me. Okay.
I'd like to start.
He looks like Barb from Stranger Things. He also looks like Barb from Stranger Things, but like wicked old. Like after the monster. Oh. Let me just...
Over at the makeup parlor known as.
You know, my mom is kind of old. You know, she's an older lady.
Oh yeah, take
You
the,
know, she's my mom.
brush here
And she likes to look nice, so she wears makeup. And she likes to look up makeup tutorials like online on like YouTube. And I once showed her this tutorial video. I legitimately showed my mom a Christian video. I walked up to her and I was like, "Hey, watch this makeup tutorial. I want you to like do this. I want you to do this caca makeup tutorial." And I showed it to her and she was like, why did you make me watch this? Why is California Girls the whole time? Yeah, Chris was very obsessed with California Girls. That was one of his favorite songs. He really likes Katy Perry. Probably because she's scantily clad in the music video for California Girls. But, yeah, legit, I showed this to my mom, and she was like, nah, I'm not doing it. I recommend you show this all to your mom, or aunt, or grandma. Show it to your wife, to your girlfriend. Do it to yourself, you know, like if you're... It doesn't even matter. If you're a dude, you can do it too. I'm not gonna judge, like, you know... If you want to look like a stylish individual, just put this makeup on. It's good times.
I should have turned that off. Good.
Yeah, I've already got a fucking copyright strike. I can feel it. I don't like it.
Let me just...
Chris looks like someone who gets made when you press the random button. I don't think he looks like if you press the random button on The Sims. Like, that's giving... Like, The Sims random button at least keeps it looking like a... Like, remotely like a normal guy, right? Or like a normal person. Chris just doesn't look okay. Chris looks like... He looks like me going out of my way to make a character look bad, but, like, at the same time I'm also, like, bored and not really trying, you know? Tony, can you do a makeup tutorial? I have legitimately never put makeup on my face. Actually, I might have done it once and couldn't figure it out and got frustrated, so I didn't. Turn it up, it's getting hot and heavy. Snoop diggity dog, give me that. Give me that Snoop D. I need it. You gotta make your eyelashes more fuller, ladies and gentlemen. It's a shame, because, like, I wish Chris used a higher quality camera just so I could see how detailed his makeup is. All that ass. Hanging out, right, Snoop Dogg? Yeah. Tony, do you cosplay? There's a picture of me on my Facebook page. For the Corrupted Gaming Show Facebook page, where I dressed up as Joseph Joestar. It's not very good, but yeah, I did do that. That was like the first one I've ever done, I guess. I went to a makeup party my first year of college here. I went to a makeup party, and me and my roommate Ben. Actually, no, that wasn't that. That had to have been last year then, not the year before. That was last year. Me and my friend Ben went to this makeup party thing, and they put makeup on me and Ben, and there's one picture of it. There's one picture that I allowed to be taken of me and Ben, and he makes a way better girl than I did. Like, my face is way too masculine. My features are hard. They're not feminine in the slightest. I don't have a single soft feature, and he's just all soft features, right? He's just like, he'd make, in an alternate reality, he'd look like a good, like, he'd look like a girl, like, really well. Like, if he tried, he could just, like, be a girl. I don't look like that at all. It wouldn't work, because it doesn't. Tony, is it worth it to live at a college? It depends on what college you're going to. For mine in particular, yes. Yes, you have to live on campus here for it to really work. He spends so much time on his eyes, and in the end, it just looks bad. You know? Is it the beard? No, even here, Ben had a beard too, and like, you can ignore the beard. You can ignore the beard on me and Ben, and my features are still too hard. I have a defined like jawline and chin, you know, and he doesn't. His jawline is just like smooth. It's like a ball. Tony, can you give your blessings to my doggo? I wish your doggo a good, swift recovery. I hope the surgery goes well. I'm sure your dog will be fine. If not, don't even think about it. Your dog will do fine. I don't need any I don't need eyelash shit like Chris is doing here. I don't need that. My eyelashes are huge. I'm Portuguese. My eyebrows and eyelashes are fucking ginormous. It's funny, I've got bigger eyelashes than my mom, who's like 100% Portuguese. Nothing else in her. And my sister is you know, Puerto Rican Portuguese just like me. And I am like thick lashes, you know, like I make them jealous. But they don't look like girl eyelashes, you know, like they're huge, but they don't look like girl eyelashes. It's weird. My eyebrows are definitely not girly eyebrows. No, they're fucking huge. They're like ginormous caterpillars.
And that's pretty much a basic
Let's take a look. You guys like that? You guys like that? Let's let it seep in. Alright, you're going to the club, right? You go into the club, you're looking around. You're looking around, you see some ladies, and you're like, some of these ladies put on makeup, some of these ladies did not put on makeup. And let's say for, you know, sake of purposes, you like it when they put on makeup, right? Personally, I'm a guy who doesn't really care, you know. But I know a lot of guys that really like makeup. Let's say you walk into the club, you see this. You see this fine specimen. Fine fucking specimen of a tight lady. You look at Chris, immediately, your pelvis region just gets tight and hot, and you're just thinking to yourself, whoa, zooey mama, let me get some of that. And you walk over and you say, bartender, send a Long Island iced tea. You send it right over there, that hot lady right over there. And he's like, guy who looks like a literal walking potato jizz sack, and you're like, I'm gonna let it slide because I'm too horny right now, but if you say that one more time, I'm gonna reach across this bar, I'm gonna rip your dick off. You send that Long Island iced tea, you right over there right now. And you just go over there and you just grab him. You just grab Chris. You just grab him. Grab a handful of that booty. Chris is like waving that booty in your face. You got the iced tea in one hand. You're handing it to Chris. He's waving his booty. Your hand's going in for the grab-a-roo. You give him. You feel a little bit of his, his jumblies. You don't touch that. You go right for the booty. You go for the booty. That's what you need. And that's it. That's it. The night is sealed. You know by the end of that night, you two are going home. And you're gonna do the Watusi shuffle. That's what they called it back in the day. The Watusi shuffle. You take a lady home. You do that. Wake up next day with kitties. Please cross your legs. Thank goodness.
I felt it was appropriate to dress in my feminine attire as you can see fit. Besides, I am definitely going as one Jack Thaddeus, and we have to share similar.
Fine specimen. Fine specimen of a lady.
We both accept the adjective of being called trannies. Except for him, he's
those thick thighs destroy lives.
Gender-changing operation. Yeah, lopping off his dick and putting on the old...
yeah, Chris is complaining here about how you can chop off your dick, but you'll never really be a lady.
I would never,
which is a controversial subject.
I would never do that.
With transsexual stuff. It's a very controversial subject. Who is this? This is Chris Chan, my friend. This is Chris Chan that you're looking at. Christopher Christian Ricardo Western. Can I stream Gran Turismo? I can't, no. I don't have it, and I probably wouldn't want to stream it. I'm not much of a racer kind of guy. I don't really play racing games. I'm not too good at them. Mario Kart doesn't count, because I mean everybody can play that.
Yes. Except for, I would definitely put against,
yeah, I mean, Chris just sort of complains about how this guy will never be a woman, which is hilarious because Chris, like, not even like a couple of years later from this, maybe a year or two, talks about how he wants to chop his dick off.
I feel that he would definitely not be considered.
Don't shave above the knees, my niggos.
A woman whatsoever.
Don't you just? You want to, You just wanna take your hand and you just wanna caress his bottom thigh, because his bottom legs are gonna be real smooth, right? And you reach up for Chris, you go up above the knees, it's fuzzy like a goddamn bear. Will you stream Mario Kart? I mean, probably not. Maybe Mario 64. Man, you just rub your hands on Chris's leg and it feels like it's as soft as a brand new pupper. Like, when you see a pupper and you pet it and it's real soft and nice because it's a brand new pupper, that's what his legs feel like all the time.
His name is Ahuvia, which it is spelled in the title of this video.
Would you stream Dishonored 1 or 2? I'm not sure. I'd probably stream Styx Master of Shadows before I did that. I can't tell you who Chris Chan is, bud. That's a thing you gotta find out on your own, because I'm not gonna answer it. That's not a thing that I can... I can't answer you who is Chris Chan. That's a thing you need to Google. That's a go to his wiki thing.
Call Ahuvia?
Man, does Chris shave? I think Chris shaves to I think Chris shaves all the time, actually. Yeah, you just don't explain Chris Chan. It's not one of those things that I can do.
Are simple as they have been recently. I want Mr. Ahuvia To make the
Would I
public
stream Blood Raining
apology
Night?
for
I get
all
asked to
things
stream
you have
that
done-
all the
you have
time.
done against me? Shoot, I forgot
I don't
his
know,
name.
man.
But he knows
What is
he
Chris
did.
doing? He's just talking
Along
about
which,
trolls.
He has pestered me and,
Chris is
on
just
the
talking
phone
about trolls.
and blackmailed me into
Ahuvia
doing
specifically. He's
things.
talking about how this troll is a bad person because they're a
I'll
tranny,
get those
but they
I'll
won't
get those
chop,
stats
but they're
sent,
chopping their dick off, which makes them not a
if he
true
doesn't,
woman.
and,
No matter how hard they try, they're just a tranny piece of shit. That's what Chris is saying, essentially.
after I run down.
It's kind of dumb.
Anyway,
It's a whole lot of nothing.
25-year-old Ahuvia.
If you were to give,
Oh,
if you guys were to give me a Christmas present,
Pretty much it.
what would it be?
Agree on being cross-
I don't know, man. I'm happy with nothing really.
Although, I must also
I'd feel
admit,
bad.
I should have access to photo. Actually, yeah, I can't do that.
I'm not too big on material presents.
One moment.
You know, the concept that you would want to give me a gift is enough for me.
Yeah, I think this is it. Whoops.
He looks fatter. Yeah, Chris looks bigger, if only because we're getting an angle of his thighs, which is not a thing that you generally see in his videos. We're getting an angle of his straight, fat, flabby thighs. It's also an angle that's from slightly below him.
Put up a free sample.
Slightly below him. So that kind of
As usual.
it's really
because I don't have zoom functions on
I don't like this angle either. It's an unflattering angle to be shot from below. If you shoot from below, you can make someone look really like
yeah. Anyway, he
bad.
does
Like you can
he
make him
does
look
a
bad
terrible
looking,
job in
like Darth Vader. You can make him look imposing, right? But with Chris Chan, it just makes him look bigger, which is not the kind of bigger, you know, it's not the kind of imposing big you want with a low angle.
And then look at me all over. I take the time to shave myself.
Answer your question, yes, Chris does shave himself. Smooth as a baby's bootum.
Yeah. Ahuvia?
Oh yeah, Chris is simultaneously saying that he is a better tranny than Ahuvia, and that Ahuvia is terrible for wanting to get rid of his penis. You know? It's ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous.
You have till the 10th of September of this year to upload your video
Shaves
of
with
apology
grease. Ugh.
for all the wrongs you have done to me, which
That's
I will
disgusting.
link in the description a little later.
Grease. How would one shave with grease?
Here's a little something dedicated to Master Thord.
Okay. Let me in my many days of knowing about Christian, about knowing many things about him, I know a lot of the reasons why he does a lot of things. I know why Chris doesn't like gays. I know why Chris thinks that his taint gash is a vagina. I know why Chris spends money. I know why he wants to go back to high school. I know a lot of things about Chris, is what I'm telling you. But I don't know everything. And if there is one fucking thing that I don't know about him, one thing that I don't fucking understand or could never begin to understand, it is this video right here. I don't fucking know what he's doing. Tell me what he's doing here. I don't know.
Okay, to Master Thord.
I don't know what he's doing here.
Wristwatches.
And it makes me sad.
I said no wristwatches. Wristwatches.
Just
Wristwatches.
why are there wristwatches everywhere? I don't know. And I don't think it's random access humor. I think it's intentional. I would love to write it off as random access humor, but I think this is on purpose. Ugh. Oh god. I'm getting more sick watching this. This is not a good thing. Don't question his love for wristwatches, because it's intense.
Hello again, the internet. I have heard I have not seen any response from Mr. Jack Thaddeus, as also is known as Ahuvia. So therefore, I will reveal a little bit more information about him.
What the fuck is a wristwatch?
Another portion
That's
of
like...
this photograph.
You know how when you gotta check the time and you look on your cell phone and you're like, it's 11, 15 because you checked your phone?
And,
Imagine if they put that, except it was on a little circular thing, and it was attached to your wrist, and instead of it having a number on it, it had these two little hands that would point to two separate numbers, and that would tell you what time it is. That's what people used to do back in the old days, you know. Back in the old days of like 2005. It was a different time back then. You know, the Great Depression just ended. You know, we just came off Teddy Roosevelt. It was a changing time. You know, people stopped using sundials. You know?
Oh yes.
People stopped using sundials because they got wristwatches at that point. You know, grandfather clocks, otherwise known as granddaddy wristwatches, were invented. It was a big time. It was changing times. But like, legitimately, fuck wristwatches. They're terrible. Pocket watches all the way. Sarcastic bitch. That's what I do. Dry sarcasm. My goodness. What is Chris doing? At this moment in time, Chris is doing a very infamous scene from Looney Tunes.
Oh yes, he is also a big fan.
Was it Looney Tunes? I think it was. I think it was Looney Tunes. Daffy Duck making fun of Hitler. At this point, if you guys are wondering what is Chris doing here, these next couple videos and the ones we've just seen are a lot of Chris talking about trolls, saying he knows a lot about them, when in reality he doesn't know anything.
I would never do that.
He's still talking about that person having their dick chopped off from the last video. It's really, really stagnant. Tony, do you have a Patreon type thing? I don't have a Patreon. I do not have a Patreon. Really, the only way to provide me with currency is to donate to my PayPal. That's really the only way.
25 years old.
I don't even know what I would... Nobody's gonna pay for a Patreon for me. I thought about it, but then I was like, why? You know? Who's gonna use it? What rewards would I put on it? I'd feel bad. Let's listen to this one in slow-mo. Here's the thing about me and a Patreon, you know? I've always looked at it as you have to put rewards for the Patreon, because that's what entices people to pay for it, you know? That's what entices people to do that. But then I thought to myself, if I'm doing a Patreon for you guys and I'm giving you rewards based on tiers, then like that means I'm withholding stuff from everyone else, you know? Yeah, stream of our choice. Yeah, I guess it feels like I'm withholding from other people, and I really don't want to do that, you know? I guess I could think of things like, I guess a raffle is fair. I don't know. I don't want to sound high and mighty, you know, like, oh man, I'm not a sellout. Fuck everyone else who sells out. I don't know, I just feel bad. You know? Maybe sometime down the line I'll get one, but not for now. Am I gonna change my icon to a much more updated one? Probably not. Can I buy your love, Tony? Money can buy anything, my friend, let me tell you. Slow motion, boys. What is on the TV? This is a picture of a troll. Or at least a picture of a troll. He's a walrus now. A picture that Chris thinks is a troll. That's what that is. What is he doing? He's screaming Julie. Julie was one of Chris's sweethearts. One of the most infamous. Because people would call... Chris made a sex tape. Let me fucking pause it. Chris made a sex tape. And in this sex tape, he fucks a blow-up doll. And pretends that it's Julie. And while he's coming, fucking the blow-up doll, he screams Julie, just like he did right there. This became a really huge meme for Chris. People would call his house and just scream Julie and do stuff like that. And it became one of those memes where it's not funny to do. Like, it was funny for like a week. It was funny for like one fucking week, and then like everybody sort of agreed, just like stop saying Julie, it's not funny. You know, it's beating a dead horse. So people would keep doing it because they would suck. It's not very funny. I thought it was funny for like 5 minutes, but it's not that funny. I literally can't understand what he's saying, and we're at half speed. So, at this point, I think Chris is talking about Blue Spike, the Julie troll. Yep, there he goes. We have not seen the Blue Spike. We haven't seen Blue Spike in his glory, or infamy, I should say. The Blue Spike phone call is one of... It's a controversial call. A lot of people say they love that call because the person in the call, Blue Spike, treats Chris like shit. A lot of people like me think he went too far and that he's not very nice. He made Chris physically hurt himself, which I don't think is an acceptable thing. So, you know. You could say Chris was dumb enough to shove the medallion up his ass, but you could also say, you know, it's not really okay to have people make him hurt himself. Oh god, my throat. Fuck. My goodness. Tony, can I be your sugar daddy? You can be whatever your heart desires. Except for an astronaut. That's like real hard. Dream big, but not that big. That's too... And dream a little bit bigger than just going to the beach. That's not big enough. Don't dream about like driving around. That's not big enough. You need bigger than that, but less than an astronaut.
And he has no job.
Stefan has sent me a message on Skype that says that dinner was not very hot. This makes me sad. I don't actually know if this is an actual picture of Blue Spike. I think it might be. Most of the information Chris got about these trolls was not actually true. Most of the pictures, if not all of them, were fake. I think this one might be a real one of Blue Spike. I don't know.
And leave me and my family and my friends at peace. Oh, and also in your apology video, tell everyone.
I might actually be getting legitimately sick from watching these, because him spinning this camera around is really annoying. Let's listen to Chris say that again. Let's see what Chris asks for. Chris just made a request to Blue Spike. He basically told him, tell everybody to stop calling my house and saying Julie, which is funny because everybody has agreed to stop doing that, and the only people who still do it are kind of, you know, they're beating a dead horse. It's not cool to do it. My goodness.
You have until September 15th.
That date's super important. Stop screaming. So that date came and went.
And now at this moment,
and Chris did not actually do anything to the trolls because his father died before that date. And that's when Chris sort of got off the internet. My mic stopped working for a second. I apologize. Recording software might be bugging out for a smidge. It happens.
Second hand, but it works very well. I had it checked. And it contains no viruses. But still, I upgraded it. And it is better.
This is an example of Chris being a huge piece of shit to people trying to be nice to him. This is like another example is when somebody drew fan art for Chris. He said the fan art was bad and then he redid it. This is Chris receiving a laptop from somebody, saying that their laptop was not good enough and that Chris had to make it better. You should just be happy to get a gift, period. Like, on my arts, like, when I show fan art, sometimes people will message me and be like, critique it, and I'll be like, okay, and then I will. But most of the time, I'm just happy to get it. Not all the time, really. I'm happy to just get it. It doesn't really matter. Oh, boy. Oh boy. The Tom Girl Saga is super neat because Chris is completely insane. This is the point in time when I think people started to realize Chris is absolutely insane. More of his amazing guitar skills, yes. This is in fact the Skyrim theme. This is a metal cover of the Skyrim theme, I'm fairly certain. I won't get a copyright strike for this one. The funny thing is that I won't receive a copyright strike because the Bethesda doesn't really do that for their music, which is nice of them. And on top of that, this is a cover, so I doubt the cover guy is gonna do that. 'Cause, you know, most people who do covers don't really do that. Before these streams, I never knew Chris was such an asshole. Yeah, I like to think that these streams are at least somewhat educational about the history and the way Chris acts. I want it to be interesting in terms of stuff like that. So, you'll learn a lot about how awful Chris is. If there's one thing I can tell you. What would you like from fan art from me? You know me, I'm pretty easy with most things. If you can, I don't know, if you draw any of the characters that I play in my games. Like somebody drew fan art. It was B-Roy actually. B-Roy drew a picture of my character in my Xenoverse streams doing a dab. His name is Good Guy. They drew a Good Guy doing a dab, which is really good. JoJo fan art's always nice. He's literally singing about buying something on sale. I have literally no idea what's happening. Normally I'd have some sort of interesting Christian knowledge to give you guys, but I literally have no idea. I just... Dab guy. That smiley face is smiling in the back, but let me tell you, he's never happy. He may be smiling, but if he could frown, he would. Why the fuck is he yelling Julie? I think Chris is trying to do that thing where, like, he says a word enough that he'll, like, own it, you know?
Who has apparently taken upon himself to record his response without wearing his face optionally or leaving it out. So I'm just going to respond directly with a few of my own thoughts. First off, you know...
Do you show art on stream? Yeah, I do. At the very end of my Christian streams, I always show fan art from people, so... Can Chris stop screaming? No.
I have at one point.
It never stops.
But guess what? I've seen the other viewpoints, and they did not fare to me so much. They mostly grossly out. Therefore, that is what I am, and I am happy to stay that way, and I want to continue to be heterosexual. I am happy with myself there.
Yeah.
And I would.
Yeah, Chris doesn't stray too far from this, which is funny. Chris likes to say that he wants to be a woman but remain heterosexual. What he means is that he wants to fuck women and be a dude, but he also wants to be a girl. But he doesn't want to be a cross-dressing man. He wants to be a woman who's heterosexual and fucks women. And Chris sticks to that, and he does not deviate from that. Even to this day, he doesn't deviate from that. Try to figure that out in your head. He doesn't want to be a cross-dressing man. How long have you been streaming? About 50 minutes now. He doesn't want to be... He's a male lesbian. Thank you, Stefan. A male lesbian is the perfect way to describe... That's what he says. He's a male lesbian. It's ridiculous. Oh, I got a new command for Nightbot. I don't know if it works. I'll have to test it. I've been trying to add in some cool commands. I couldn't get a lot of them to work because I'm not much of a code guy. Let me see. Oh, here we go. I think it works now. Let me test it. I can't get things to play sound, but that's okay. Hopefully it works.
Because A, I am on low funds, and I would get a job, but unfortunately...
Oh man, Nightbot, why don't you work?
Against me on the internet,
Man, Nightbot doesn't want to work.
between the
That's
hate-filled
upsetting.
web pages that y'all trolls and cyberboys have created against
I'm
me,
the goddamn
and the
streamer, it
past
should work for
videos
me
that
every
I was
time.
blackmailed and deceived
That's upsetting.
and just plain forced into creating with such derogatory graphic smut and literal
Ah, there we
shit
go.
within them. It just makes it that much more
Throw his
difficult for me
flashbang.
to be able to get
Whoa
a job.
there.
Because they do the background checks, they look on Facebook, they look on YouTube, they look everywhere.
Nightbot's just kind of laggy, I guess.
Criminal records anymore. Ask anybody. And I would travel if I could, but my parents are both old. My father is ill. He's sickly. He has feet bloatings. And he has ailments that doctors are unable to determine. And at this point, he's now certified as a forced shut-in.
You guys want to know? I think I mentioned this on a really early stream. Let's go ahead and talk about it again. So Chris's mom has been sick too. See, Chris's mom, their house is so fucking disgusting, and they don't really bathe regularly. Chris's mom had holes on her butt cheeks and lower back. Do you want to know what those holes were? I'm going to tell you even if you didn't. Those holes are bugs that burrowed their way into his mother's ass. Because they are in such a disgusting environment and do not shower regularly enough to keep these bugs away. And they literally crawled into his mother's ass, crawling in her skin, and her wounds, they will not heal. They will not heal. Not once. And she had to go to the hospital for that. And I don't know if they're still there, but I'm under the impression that they are. It's bad.
And yes,
it's
marriage
bad.
is between two happy people, regardless of
Why'd you have to
gender
tell
or
us again?
whatever. But I'm still
I have a phobia of holes. I do too.
around
I'm not afraid of very much of anything. The dark doesn't scare me. Shifting shadows that make things look scary in the dark. Gore. Nothing weirds me out or spooks me at this point. Chris exists, and I stream his content. I am not scared of anything but one thing. And that is, I have a phobia of holes in the skin. It's bad. Like, that sort of thing weirds me the fuck out. I can't handle it. Like, at all.
Well, anyway, with
that one, if you guys have, there's a frog that gives birth through the babies coming out of its back.
Platonic, that's the word.
Right? And it makes like holes in the back skin of the frog.
And likewise,
that weirds me out. Like, I can't handle that sort of thing. Holes in the skin, especially human skin, and on the hands freaks me out. Like, a lot.
You know what? I don't care whether I get bachelor.
That's really like the only phobia that I have.
Because that's just me.
Yep.
And I cannot be changed.
Trypophobia. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Good luck being a fake woman because you'll never be able to achieve true femdom.
Good luck. This is not a thing that you should ever say. This is not something you should ever say.
Good luck being a fake woman because you'll never be able to achieve true femdom.
This is a horrible thing to say. This is just a, like, I can't, I'm not going to go deep into why it's horrible. This is just not a good thing to say. To anyone, really. It's disgusting. Like, you should never say something like this. And it's awful, because most things that Chris says are hypocritical. Because a lot of these things are things that he does later. Chris tries to get rid of his penis, right, by hiding it. Because he doesn't want it, but then, like, he wants it to fuck women. Ooh, is Chris's hair green now? No, it's not. He has yet to dye it, I think.
Alec Vincent Leary, also known as Christopher, and
good luck being a fake woman, fam. Wow, fuck you.
Like, just don't. Just don't say that. Ever. It's awful. I don't know a lot of these trolls, like these actual people. I don't know what these actual people did to him in great detail. This is a saga I don't know much about, only because I don't think it's that interesting. It's a Dreamcast right there, bud. Oh no.
Folk music, theft and fraud. abroad.
Has Chris ever said that he's not perfect? He has, but then immediately recalled that statement.
Eating online.
Yeah.
He's responsible for Asperchew, Asperpedia, and all mockings and slanders associated, and copyright infringement upon my own characters assigned to, and an Asperchew somewhere else. He also has ties with the gameplays, donations and whatnot.
I could have sworn we already watched Chris do this video,
Hot Tub and Fat Man on YouTube.
but I'm not sure.
Make it fun,
I feel like we've
and
already
guess what?
streamed this,
Eating
but
online.
I don't fucking know,
Recently, he
man.
ate a whole block of cheese. A whole block of cheese. Yeah.
Tony, I have to go night-night. Can I have a night-night? Night-night, I guess?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think he moved that poster, because I'm pretty sure this Marge Simpson poster, I could have sworn it was over here. And then, like, he moved it over here to put it next to this other pinup. And I don't know who that is. Anybody know who this is? Can somebody tell me who this pinup is? Before Chris devours this entire pizza. Who's in this pinup over here? Does anybody know? I don't fucking know. The fact that he likes a particular pinup girl enough to then pin her up on a wall is a little weird. Not gonna lie.
Let the fight begin.
Chris was making fun of this guy for eating on videos, which I don't get it. I'm pretty sure this is a microwave pizza too. Small pizza pie. Man. If there's one thing Chris loves, it's this poster of Marge Simpson. And he loves it so much that he pins it up and jerks off to it, because he said so before. But who is this that gets the honor of being next to Marge Simpson? I'll never know. Can we slow this down, Tony? Oh, you want to see Chris eat more? And slower? Oh, you want me to go all the way back to the beginning of him eating this pizza?
Is that what I hear? You want me to put more pizza on the screen? You want more pizza, boys? You've got more pizza, boys. Mmm.
I think he's drinking iced tea too, I don't know. Mmm. Mmm. Eat that pizza, boy. More pizza. Yes. Mmm. Why do you hate us so? I don't hate you. Somebody requested that I show the pizza again. You asked for this. People ask for more pizza. I gave you more pizza. You guys you're telling me you don't like pizza? Give me the pizza. P-I-Z-Z-A. Give me pizza. You guys ever seen that video? It's a video of like Mary-Kate and Ashley when they were like really, I think it's Mary-Kate and Ashley when they're real young, right? And it's just a video about them eating pizza with their friends, and someone slowed it down. And it's just them singing. They're like, "Gimme pizza. P-I-Z-Z-A. Whipped cream flows like waterfalls." Who puts whipped cream in their pizza? Nobody does that. Alright, fuck this. We're gonna watch this video again. Chris is gonna eat this entire fucking pizza again. And we're gonna listen to it with that. Hold on. I gotta fucking find it. Give me pizza. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Okay, guys, we've cleaned out the refrigerator.
Right.
I think we're just about ready to build the perfect pizza.
Mmm.
Did I happen to say I want pizza? P-I-Z-Z-A. I want pizza. Hey, are you ready to play? No, pizza and bring some chicken, throw it on top, and make the finger licking guacamole meatball with cream pouring like waterfalls.
Fucking whipped cream pours like waterfalls.
Here's a lot of ice cream to hit the spot. Toss the fish, let it fly. Fly, fly.
Pizza pie.
Pizza.
Mmm. I wanna die.
Watch it rise like a souffle.
Pizza does not rise like a souffle. P-I-Z-Z-A. Pizza.
You think we should stop?
Pizza?
Way.
Fuck.
Your motor's running 'cause here we go. Chocolate sauce, spreading it slow.
Oreos. Marshmallows.
Caramel, coconut
Cream.
egg fouillon, chicken tongue,
Mmm.
the eyeball.
I'm gonna scream. Pizza.
And what about this fried green tomato? Batters up.
Oh my god, how it still goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Spaghetti!
Pasta.
Fuck.
In the pizza. Fish stick. Put it in the pizza. Ketchup. Put it in the pizza. Meatloaf. Put it in the pizza. Pizza.
Mmm.
Pizza. Give me pizza.
Kiss.
Add
Oh.
some tacos. Oh yeah. I want pizza. I want a pizza in my mouth, man.
Mmm. This sounds disgusting.
Call us the queens of gourmet. I want pizza.
Alright, I think that's it. That's enough pizza. I can't. There's too much pizza. Chris is not even done eating the fucking pizza. He got through the whole fucking pizza song. And couldn't fucking finish his pizza. Ugh. Gotta get that juice. Juicy juice. It's good.
Oh yeah, she dancing. Oh yeah, big difference.
I don't know what Chris is singing, but it sounds to me like he's saying Gaddafi, which doesn't sound appropriate.
He's even fatter. Let's serve Shaq Tito.
Mmm, pizza boys.
Which is a positive
Spell it out. P-I-Z-Z-A, give me pizza boys. My goodness.
Your big fat balloon has been deflated.
Oh, did I forget a Z with my pizza? I didn't. I spelled pizza right. Oh, no. These songs are for another time. But this is, in fact, the end of the stream. Why did it just suddenly go up to 2 minutes? What are you doing? What the fuck is this doing? Alright, boys. It's time. It's time for the stream to be over. If you have any fan art, send it through the Facebook page. Send it through the Discord, which is now opening up on the screen. Let's take a look, see what people are doing. My goodness, please send in whatever you have. Let's check this Discord, boys, and see what Discord things we have. Fan art posts. What was posted? Am I gonna stream any games later? I'm not entirely sure. I really don't know. I don't know what I'll do later today. I might stream a game, I might not. Really comes down to what I'm doing. I know somebody said that they were gonna send something in, so I'm just kind of waiting on it. Give me a good monster design. I don't know, draw something with a dragon. Son. Draw a Pokemon, that's easy. Tony, are you sleeping? Like later today? Probably. Oh man. No fan art today. I think we're just gonna have to call it a stream then. Oh! What is this? What is this? Why is Discord being dumb and not really working? I just sent some in. Let me try and find it. I'll show this. Let's see what else. What else do I have to show? Oh, what is going on? Open link. Open link. Oh no. What is this? Why would you do this? Why would you do this though? Tony, I want to be the first person to send you porn. Somebody drew porn of one of my characters. It was taken off of Rule 34 because it was so bad that it got taken down. Oh no. Alright, well, if this is what you guys want to send in, this is what we got to show. Alright, somebody did this. They caught a Gengar over the Halloween weekend, and they named it after me, which I think is pretty cool. It's a really good CP. I mean, it's not like really good, not like, you know, the best shit ever. How the fuck do you have that many Ghastly candies? Do you just like live next to a spawn for these? Because I can't find any of these where I live, which fucking sucks. I really, because he's my favorite, obviously. I really wish I could get more. That fucking sucks. God damn. I hate you. Somebody drew a picture of me with Gengar. I will enlarge it. There we go. It's pretty nice. I like it. I like that I got the JoJo headband. And also I have a wicked big coat, which is nice. Big coats are fucking good. Did I check the Discord? I did. I did check the Discord. It's good. You got my beard, you got my mustache. You got everything is where it should be. And I'm with a Gengar. I appreciate the headband. The headband really pulls it together for me. Alright, let's fucking look at this last one. Jesus Christ. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? You've made me a sad boy. Why would you do this? You've made me a sad boy. So, if you're wondering what this is, as Stefan has a conniption, this is good guy and bad guy. I stream Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse, and in that game you can make characters. This is my character from Xenoverse named Good Guy, and I stream the game with my buddy Stefan. And this is his character, Bad Guy, and he's got the sunglasses too, just like Bad Guy. He's even got the sunglasses. Stefan, does this look like Bad Guy? Is this close to Bad Guy? Is that good? Like, is that close to what Bad Guy looks like? I have an album of pictures of Good Guy, so we can see how good this is comparatively. I don't have any pictures of Bad Guy, but we can pull it up. It's a perfect Bad Guy, 11 out of 10. What did you do to get this? Did you, like, pause it on the screen when I was looking at his character at one point? Did you pause it on the screen? You must have paused it during the stream because I don't think Stefan posted reference images like I did. Let me check the Facebook messages. Just to make sure I've got everything. As far as I know, I've got all the things that were sent in. I don't see anything new. This is what Good Guy looks like in the game. So, he looks just like this. That's his clothes. That's exactly the way he fucking looks. It's great. This is a good thing. Check the Steam group. Oh, somebody actually posted in the Steam group for once. I normally don't get anything there. Alright. Let me check. What do we got here? Nice. A Gengar. I fucking love it. I do like me some Gengars. Ga. Boo. Spook. That's pretty spooky. Who gives a shit? It's a fucking Gengar. I appreciate it. Tony, check the Steam group, please. I sent art in. I did. There you go. My goodness. Spook! Let me zoom in on that. Spook! Give me a spook. Spooky. Ah. Gah. Boo is a spook. Stop it. I'm spooked. Stop it. I'm spooked. Alright guys, thank you for joining me on this lovely Christian stream. Everybody have a lovely day, and I will see you on the next stream.